Tash, thank you so much for welcoming me into your salon today. It's so great to be with you. Little bit of a conversation happening today. One question that I really am intrigued about is what inspires you and what motivates you to be running and leading this amazing Hob group that's award-winning. And actually, you won a BHBAs, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
A couple of weeks ago. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
What inspires you, Tash, to drive this business forward?
What a question. I would say the thing that gets me out of bed every morning and what I am inspired by the most are all the incredible people that I work with. People always ask me, like, what is it that gives you job satisfaction?
Yeah.
And I really do take enjoyment out of seeing other people become successful.
Yeah.
We always say within Hob that their success is our success. And there is nothing greater for me than even seeing someone at the beginning of their journey and working their way up the ladder. I mean, one of our franchisees started as an apprentice and now has got his own salon. We've got our other two franchisees that have been with us for 30 years. And I think seeing these people start potentially within the business with not even one client, or they could be a front of house, or they could be starting at the very bottom, and seeing their progression is what gives me so much inspiration and job satisfaction.
Yeah. But with that, Tash, you have to keep innovating. You have to keep, trying things, testing things, and seeing what works and being different. And that's something that I think from the outside, look, working with you, we work a lot with you behind the scenes, but it's being innovative. And you've recently launched your subscriptions, which has been amazing to work. It's been a very long project, I think, in the background, working out how we're going to do it digitally, getting that client experience in place. Tell us a little bit about that.
So that idea, I heard about subscriptions about 3 years ago when I was at the Weller Business Network event, and one of the motivational speakers was stood on stage and they were talking about the power of subscriptions. And I remember it so clearly. We broke for a coffee break and I walked away from there and I said to Paul, one of our directors, we need to launch subscriptions. Like, we have to find a way to make it work, which isn't so easy within our industry because obviously our team members are commission-based, and there's always this challenge about people liking the concept, but how do they make it viable and how do they make it work? But there will always be a solution, and I suppose one of the qualities that I have is that I will do what I can to find the solution and try to execute the idea quite quickly. I don't sort of wait around waiting for it to happen. I try and execute quite quickly, but with the subscriptions it did take me about 2 years to find the solution. I think we were very lucky to be partnered with yourselves, and SalonIQ have that feature.
I think we were doing it at the similar time. We were looking at it because that's when everyone has memberships, or they're subscribed to something, or they're a member of something. But it was the hair and beauty industry that just didn't have that at that time. So I think we were kind of doing it, and as we were building it in our system, you were also then working on what you needed to do, your side.
Exactly. And I think, sort of since COVID, business has been very, very challenging for us as an industry. And my responsibility as the CEO of Hob Salons is to ultimately improve the performance and profitability of the company. So it was a case of, okay, what can I do to generate more clients through the door? How can we drive client frequency? How can we drive average bill? And I just felt the subscription model ticked all the boxes. If you take a company like Costco as an example, Costco aren't making their profit based on the goods that they sell. They're making their profit on those yearly memberships for £30 a year or whatever it is. But when you've got millions of customers and you've got that income that's being generated automatically, I thought, how can we create that for our own business? And then I thought, what's a regular service that people could have within the salons where we could make their life easier, enhance it in a way that makes them look and feel amazing all of the time? And then I thought, people are washing their hair, hopefully at least once a week. Let's launch with a blow dry subscription. And after doing lots and lots of research and putting it out to the customers and saying, is this something that you want? Is there a demand for it? Which very quickly people were like, well, of course there is. I hate washing my own hair and I would love to be able to know what I'm in for each month. Over time, we launched that last September and we attended the British Hairdressing Business Awards a couple of weeks ago. And we were up for Marketing Campaign of the Year with the Blow Dry Club, which was just incredible because all of the subscribers that we've created at the moment are just through organic promotion, clients coming in, or we offer a £28 on the day blow dry. We wanted to see how we could then upgrade clients from that service into becoming a blow dry subscriber, and it's working really, really well. I think in terms of like what you say with innovation, for me as a business and as a leader, I want to show my teams and my clients that it's not about standing still. It's constantly about newness, something exciting, something fresh.
Thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think if you're not doing that as a business, you run the risk of actually going stagnant and then going backwards.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, we are in the process of launching our colour club.
Exciting. I didn't know if you were going to mention it or not.
I'm mentioning it because I'm putting it out there to the universe. But we are doing it.
Happening.
It's happening. Sort of last quarter of 2025, we are planning to launch, and that is going to be to our routine clients, our semi-permanent clients, the clients that absolutely hate it when they see their greys coming through every 2, 3, 4 weeks. And how, again, it's about finding solutions and solving problems that clients have with their hair and making their life easier. So very, very excited about that. But obviously
with that, Tash, that's gonna help your client loyalty, your client retention, your frequency. So even though you're being innovative right now, you're securing business for the future, and you're actually focusing on other key areas of your business, KPIs that are critical.
Exactly.
For growth and performance, which is what you want.
I think the difference with the Colour Club and how that differs to the Blow Dry Club is with the Blow Dry Club, it's available to everyone and anyone. With the Colour Club, we are making it much more exclusive. So it's limited to just 20 clients per salon. We really want to be able to manage that in the best way. And again, like with anything new, we want to test it.
Yeah.
We'll go into a learning phase. There'll be feedback that we receive as to how we can make it better. It's exactly what we did with the Blow Dry Club as well. But when I'm coming up with the idea and then I'm brainstorming with our team and we're getting feedback from the teams in the salons, we're getting feedback from the clients, I think in anything that you do that's new, once you've proven that demand is there, it's just about how to find the solution to the execution.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we do so well together as a partnership, because I'll have an idea and think, how's that going to work? And you and Carl will say, do you know what, let's have a think about that actually.
Yeah.
Let's go away and work out how that can work for your business. And for me, as a partner of SalonIQ, I appreciate that probably more than you know.
Yeah, no, that's great, Tash. And we'll always work with you to ensure it's all very well having these ideas, but it's got to be efficient in the salon. You've got to have that client experience. Has still got to be so high that can't drop. And then it's got to be easy for your teams as well to manage that new process and ensure that it is effective and successful.
Exactly.
So we have incorporated it within SalonIQ, which is fantastic.
Yeah.
If it's not there, we'll get a workaround, or we always make sure that we can facilitate where we need to make sure that these ideas do come to reality.
I think it's
digitally.
I think it's a real credit though to you and your team, because obviously we often speak about female leaders in business, which
we have recently,
and I was saying to someone that with you, even if it's not available as a feature within SalonIQ today, it doesn't mean to say that it's not going to be available next month. You and your team do everything you can to obviously go away and to make it happen. And I think that's how you really add value to my business and to other customers that you work with.
That's great to hear, Tash. I think from the outside, it can sometimes look for Hob or for SalonIQ or for other salons and salon groups that everything is smooth and always goes in the right direction. And some will probably be wondering what I'm going to say next, but that's not the case, is it? I think we think some things we do try and they don't go how we planned, and we have to redirect what we're doing. Would that be the case for you as well? Would you say that?
Absolutely. I mean,
you do have struggles, or?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, anyone that says they don't would be lying.
Yeah.
And I think what is really important to me is actually showing authenticity and honesty about how hard being in business is. Because people have said to me recently, I was appointed as CEO February 24, so around about 16 or 17 months now, and have grown up within the business and have been part of Hob for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
But I would say post-COVID, the last 5 years, honestly, have been some of our darkest times. And there have been some silver linings to come out of COVID for sure. And I'm sort of a half glass full kind of person. So I'll always try to focus on the positive and what we do have rather than what we don't have. But there is absolutely no doubt, even now, steering the ship in another direction, in the right direction, I'm faced with challenges every single day. And I always say to my team, don't come to me with the problem, come to me with the solution, because we are facing problems every single day. And as I said to you, I want us to be able to come together as an industry even more and to be really open about the challenges that we're facing, because I just feel that together we are stronger.
And actually, you then don't feel so alone.
Totally.
And you're not, it's just not you trying to steer a ship in a different direction if you need to at the last minute. What would be the one thing, Tash, that you would say to other business owners if they are not sure where to steer their ship, or they're just facing these problems every day? What would be the one piece of advice that you could give?
I would say the best bit of advice that I've received and that I pass on to other salon owners and people in business is that you really do need something that I like to call grit. And with Grit, it's an incredible book that I've actually read.
It's a very good book.
Twice. But it's all about resilience and determination. And I think that there will be days where you question why you're doing the things that you're doing, or is it worth it, or, is there a way out? And I really believe that if you're surrounded by great people, which I'm very privileged to be surrounded by amazing people, and that you have the grit and the determination and the resilience to realise that things are hard, but there will always be light and there'll always be a solution, you can get over anything. I think the other key thing that I've realised, and why I admire Upton Clive and Paul so much, is that whilst they founded the business 42 years ago, they've had the ability to adapt and to change, and allowed me to take this business into a new era, which is really exciting. But I think they recognise that actually they got the business to a level, and that stood them in great stead for all those years. But actually the world's a different place, and we have to change what we're doing, and we have to be evolving. And it's not necessarily about a revolution, it's more about evolution for us. So listen to other people around you, particularly the younger generations. I'm so inspired by our apprentices. My daughter, she's 13. She knows about trends and technology in a way that I'm like blown away by.
How do you know that?
Exactly. But I think listening and being okay with not having all the answers. Because I definitely don't have all the answers, but I'll try my best to go and find out from my teams and my clients as to what the right answer is.
Definitely. Working together as a team, I think ultimately is what leadership is all about, and being really successful. Well, Tash, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for inviting us into your home today. I've really enjoyed the conversation.
Me too, and bring on the next 12 months together.
Yes.